Microsoft has been making a lot of changes here lately, but one of the most interesting, I think, is what it's doing with Excel. I'm Beth Mutter here with Chris Matishik. Chris, 5 minutes ago, you just told me that Microsoft is pushing Excel into a sport.
Yes. Well, you look best like the sort of person who sits down on a Sunday to watch the NFL and misses the season. And you may likely be the sort of person who tunes in late at night to watch darts on TV. Maybe, do you watch gaming when big gaming events happen? You do that?
I eat a lot of the food while the game's on the TV. Does that count?
But you don't watch video game competitions, when they have esports and all that. You
No.
don't watch that?
No.
I thought everyone did. Well, anyway, here is Microsoft sponsoring something called the Financial Modeling World Cup. Doesn't that sound exciting? Wouldn't you like to be part of the Financial Modeling World Cup?
Yeah.
It's almost like the Soccer World Cup, but slightly different, just different characters. So I decided to sit down and watch it from beginning to end to see. This is sponsored by Microsoft. Apparently, they claim, created by a company called AG Capital. And it featured, I believe it was 8 contestants from all over the world, sitting in their homes, of course, socially distanced by thousands of miles. And they were given a case study, and they were told to answer 21 questions and model everything on their Excel spreadsheets. Now, what was unclear is what the winner would actually win. I didn't get around to that part because the excitement was so great that it's almost like the winning part was almost forgotten. There were a couple of issues. So here's how this thing went. So I'm sitting there watching this thing, and it's introduced by a Microsoft MVP independent spreadsheet expert person from Australia and someone from Microsoft's head office in Seattle. And they were sort of going to do the commentary as things went on. So I thought this would become a kind of exciting, really something worth watching. So essentially they introduced each contestant with a little slide, and each contestant had written something about themselves. Sample, one contestant said, "I love Lego. I especially love Star Wars Lego." Amazing for someone who's in the Financial Modeling World Cup, would you say? So there was someone else. She was from Poland. I even remember her name, Gabriela Strój. And she said her ambition had always been to become a painter, but not painting in Microsoft Excel. So these were characters. There was a man called Michael Jarman from Canada. Now, he was fascinating. He had a very, very neat profile picture on his little slide. And his claim to fame, his colorful element of his character was that he's drunk 3,500 unique beers. Now, so this is how all the contestants were introduced. So I was kind of getting excited because you kind of want to listen to somebody. I want to hear about how Miss Strój wanted to become a painter and how she ended up in the extremely exciting world of financial modeling. I mean, some of these people clearly work for consultancy firms and what have you all over the world. And so I expected some more insight into their characters. Unfortunately, it didn't quite go that way. Instead, what we had was basically, there was a little bit of Excel spreadsheet out there. We never actually saw the contestants in action. So there were no, other than the initial bit where we could see them on camera, we couldn't see anything of what they were doing. So I have no idea if some of them were drinking vodka, beer, smoothies. Some may have taken some form of performance enhancer, and I would not want to suggest it's an illegal performance enhancer. But anyway, so you're watching this and you want excitement. I don't know if you ever watched darts or snooker on TV. Theoretically incredibly boring, but they can make it exciting by making the contestants kind of interesting. It's like reality TV, right? Mm-hmm. Instead, we had to listen to the MVP, the spreadsheet expert from Australia, and the gentleman from Microsoft talking about things that were slightly less interesting to the general public. You know, at one point, the case study was a made-up company called Cake to Bake. And the expert from Australia explained that this was based on a song from the Eurovision Song Contest. There was a song from Latvia called Cake to Bake. Sadly, the man from Microsoft didn't know what the Eurovision Song Contest was. Everyone knows, don't they? Everyone knows what the Eurovision.
You would don't? Think.
Well, you know what the Eurovision Song Contest is, don't you?
Maybe. Should I?
Yes, it's a grand world event. It's called Eurovision, and Australia enters. You see if you can work that out. Australia is for one night in Europe, which, you know, I guess they find exciting. So anyway, so here we were witnessing the non-excitement because we couldn't see what was actually happening, other than you occasionally got a wide shot of how many questions had been answered. These were 21 questions. They had 40 minutes to complete this whole thing. And it was all kinds of complicated stuff about information and data and what have you. So we get to the end, and the end, I wanted something pulsating to happen. I wanted fists to be raised in the air. I wanted to favor one contestant against another, but unfortunately, I mean, clearly this was a first go for Microsoft, and I guess for everyone else to try and do it on video and try and make it exciting. They do need a lot of kind of Fox Sports elements injected into it to, you know, we need the close-ups, we need the sweat, we need the cursing. You know, this is the stuff we watch television for. So in the end, the winner was the man who had drunk 3,500 unique beers. Now, I mean, I wasn't surprised. I don't know if you're surprised, Beth. I was not surprised at all.
That was the one that stuck out the most to me.
But here's the irony. Remember I told you his profile picture made him look like a solid management consultant type? Then they showed a picture of him in real life. He was lounging back on his sofa, and one of the commentators asked him, "You look very relaxed." And he said, "I'm always relaxed when I'm modeling."
When he's what?
When he's modeling. That is literally what he said. He's always relaxed. He's a financial modeler. So he's always relaxed when he's modeling. And here's the irony. As he sat there, I realized who he was. So it's the same guy who drank 3,500 unique beers. He has a lovely, serious profile picture. In real life, he looks like Zach Galifianakis. In fact, you could have bet he really was Zach Galifianakis. So maybe the whole thing was actually Zach Galifianakis won it. There you go.
I don't know what to say. I'm still caught up. He was modeling?
Financial modeling. This is their job. This was the Financial Modeling World Cup, right? So they actually asked him why he was looking so relaxed. And he says, I'm always relaxed when I'm modeling, which I think is a great line.
That's hilarious. No, it's...
I mean, you've never heard Heidi Klum say that, have you?
No. So I guess my follow-up question is, how long did this last? You said you watched start to finish.
It was start to finish was 40 minutes. They only revealed at the end. No one actually answered all 21 questions. Zach Galifianakis' twin brother managed to answer 13 questions, but he got them all correct. Other contestants answered more questions, but they got some of them wrong. They'd obviously modeled in an imperfect way. Their financial gait was imperfect. And so, yes, so he got all 13 right, which is why he won.
Well, they must not have been as relaxed modeling as he was.
I think that's absolutely true. And the question is, I want to know what the substance ingestation rules were for the competition, but I don't know. So anyway, I think Microsoft, I mean, really can turn this, because frankly, you can turn most things into a sport. I mean, pretty much everything. I mean, business has been turned into a sport a long time ago. Tech's a kind of sport. I'm actually looking forward to them putting more money into the production of this so that you and I next time can sit there and go, God, did you see the Financial Modeling World Cup last week? Wasn't it exciting?
I hope to go to a sports bar this time next year and watch. I hope it is streamed. And I will have one of those 3,500 unique beers. I will pick one, and that is what I will drink that while they financially model.
To watch all of it, you'll have to pick more than one, Beth.
Maybe that's why he's up to 3,500.
He needs to be relaxed when he's modeling. What can I say?
All right, Chris. Well, thank you so much. Thank you for explaining what financial modeling is. I had never heard of it until today. So for all things tech, be sure to stick with ZDNet. Thanks so much for watching.